Hello, this is Sheshachalam from Astroguide Mysore. So today we are discussing the topic of the current transit of Saturn and Rahu. So why is this important? I will deliberate it as I will be unfolding the dates of when this particular planetary meeting is going to happen. They both are going to cross over. So as of now, Rahu is here in Pisces. So here is Pisces, and this is Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and this is Libra, Aries, Taurus, Gemini. So let us make it complete. So it is in Pisces here, Rahu, and coming towards the this is Rahu here, and it is coming towards Aquarius, and Saturn, Shani, is here in Aquarius going towards Pisces. So two planets, Rahu coming retrograde, we all know that it's always retrograde, and Saturn now is direct and it's speeding towards Pisces. So both will have a gharshana. Gharshana means that there is going to be a frictional exchange of signs because they meet at a point. So whenever they meet at a point, there will be a lot of events which are happening. You can go back in history, check out the placements and the meetings of Saturn, Rahu, and list down all that what has happened in the mundane world, like the happenings like financial ups and downs in the market. You can see sudden hurricanes, floods in that particular year. When it exchanges, it has already started and it has already happened just before this. And as I had earlier also said, when I was talking about some other transit, I just was mentioning about this particular point, that before the Rahu Saturn starts to even meet and even exchange the houses, there might be chances of attempt of assassination kind of a thing. This is a mundane level. This is not the individual level, the mundane level. That is for the whole world and the global level. So we have seen such instances happening. We have also seen that this particular period is having a lot of pressure over jobs, and there are so many decisions which are happening around the world are impacting many lives. So that is what is called as the Saturn Rahu impact. It is not a small impact; it's a huge wave of impact. So let us understand that. So I have given you what all the effects are going to happen, but let us see from where and how. So 3rd Feb, we saw that Rahu was at 5 degrees in Pisces. This is the day when I took up this particular point and started writing down what actually will happen. And 3rd Feb, Saturn is at 23 degrees. So why this particular point? What is the importance? Is that so 5 degrees in Pisces and remaining 7 degrees here in Aquarius. 7 degrees here and 5 degrees here. Totally it is 12 degrees. I have taken the conjunction for 12 degrees. And why did I take 12 degrees is, if I take the orb of influence of Rahu, I take it as 15 degrees, and orb of influence of Saturn 9 degrees. So this is not given. So I am taking it depending on the experience of how to work out the orb with Rahu. So I have equated to this orb of Sun. So adding both, we get 24, and divided by 2 we get 12 degrees. So that is why 12 degrees has been taken. So from that point, again it will start coming closer and closer. So the event has already started. It has started on 3rd of Feb and today it's 8th of Feb. So the event, that is the planets coming closer and the orbs starting to merge. So it is like a Venn diagram. So here is Rahu and here was Saturn on 3rd of Feb. So taking this as 12 degrees. So now they will now come over like this. This will start giving you a rolling of events. The events will start rolling. So on the global level, when both Saturn and Rahu start meeting, and they meet somewhere around 12th of April, when Saturn is at 1 degree and 36 minutes in Pisces and Rahu is at 1 degree and 55 minutes in um, Pisces only. Minutes. Okay. So 1 degree 36, 1 degree 55, that means they both are sitting over each other. Overlap has started. So this particular date means that Saturn is fully under the influence of Rahu, and Rahu also has the influence of Saturn. We all know that Rahu means darkness, Rahu means secrets, sudden impact, and Saturn means mass, people. So sudden impact on people, sudden impact on lives of people, their daily lifestyle will suddenly get shattered because of many global policies. So we need to be a little cautious till June, till June 30th. When why this particular date? Rahu is at 27 degrees. I have taken an approximate date. 27 degrees. Rahu will be here at 27 degrees in Aquarius. Saturn is at 7 degrees. Saturn. So the difference is 4 plus 7. Sorry, 3 plus 7. 3 degrees here and 7 degrees there. So we get 10 degrees. So approx, I have taken an approx, it should be 12 degrees. I have taken it at 10 degrees. So it's a easier date to understand that June end. So June end, this influence, that is the diagram what I have shown, again they will start parting. The distance will increase and they will not have influence on each other. Very important this is. So dark forces will have a say, the negative say of on the world. That is what is to be understood when we have Rahu and Saturn together in the transit, not in your charts. Please do not take the conjunction of Rahu Saturn to today's class and see that, oh, I have Rahu and Saturn in my chart and it is within 20 degrees and something is going to happen in my chart like that. No, please do not do those interpretations. It is totally wrong the way we interpret transit to that of the placement and conjunctions. So people do that. They call me and I get a call that, sir, I saw your video. I was totally, shocked. And there is nothing to be shocked. You please don't see your horoscope and compare it with the transits. This is a global transit which is happening, and I am giving you a generalistic view on how to manage things and what might go wrong and what you should not do. So from Cancer, the sign of Cancer, if somebody has the ascendant in the sign of Cancer or moon in the sign of Cancer. So why the moon or the ascendant? Why are you confusing, sir? Let us see any one. No, you cannot do like that. So ascendant is for all the body, matter, all the materialistic entities, ascendant. Moon for all the emotional and psychological entities. Emotion and psychological entities. And then we have Sun, which is for confidence, soul, aggressiveness, motivation, spirit of life. All this, all these three placements, wherever it is in your chart, now you can see your chart. If your ascendant is here, if your moon is somewhere, if your sun is somewhere else, please try to understand. We are going to see from Cancer now. So, for all those who are having ascendant, moon, and sun, either of them in Cancer, these particular entities will get a kind of effect. Like, for example, you have the ascendant here, the 8th and the ninth transit is happening. So it is not exactly in the midpoint of the 8th house. This is the midpoint of the 8th house for the midpoint of Cancer. And this is the midpoint of the ninth house for the midpoint of Cancer. So it is happening in between the 8th and the ninth. I don't know the ascendant, right? Your ascendants might be at 1 degree or it might be at 29 degrees. So please make those estimations yourself. So from there, the 8th and the ninth transits. So if it is more towards the ninth transits, then there might be travels, wasteful expenses, unnecessary travels. There might be sudden phone call telling that, we have a meeting here, there is going to be something, we will sign this agreement. So you will travel all the way there, book your hotels, make arrangements, and suddenly it's called off. So these types of things. So there might also be a phone call or something like that which comes telling that your dad is sick. You will have to come to the hospital. So you will have to come all the way from America to India. Take care of all these formalities here. So it is something like what we don't want to happen, no, unwanted. So these type of travels. So if it is the 8th house, we unnecessarily get locked up in litigations, court cases, and unnecessary arguments. Do not get into arguments. Please understand, these are all scientifically proven remedial measures. Do not get into arguments in this particular period of time. Starting from today till June 30th, try to agree to disagree as much as possible. You don't have to surrender to everything. Agree to disagree. If it is there, okay, I don't like it, but still I will not protest. So do not get into any marital discord. Sudden joblessness is seen for people who are having this seventh and eighth transit. That is for Cancer and Leo. There is a chance of sudden joblessness which can happen in this period of time, including for the sign which is in between Pisces and Aries. So they can suddenly get transferred. Joblessness does not mean that you will lose the job only. It is also that you don't want to go there, but you are suddenly shifted. Governments will transfer you from one X place to Y place and you don't want to go. It's as good as you are leaving the job yourself. So joblessness does not mean that you are always fired. It also means that you are voluntarily quitting the job. So please do not quit job in this period, because there is no guarantee that you will get a job immediately until this particular effect eases off. Until this effect will not ease, unnecessarily quitting a job might be that you should be prepared financially till 30th June. Not everybody is fully prepared, like 5 months, Feb, March, April, May, June. 5 months, who will be prepared for 5 months? So try to be a little timid. Unnecessarily do not try to protest in this particular period of time, because people will not easily understand. There will be a lot of miscommunication, and whatever you meant, they also they realized it in another way. So that's how it happens, that you meant something else. Your intentions were good, but you will not be able to justify that, because what people have realized in the meetings would be totally opposite to what you had really meant. So please be a little careful there. And particularly for this particular position, because where the seventh house is related in between Leo and Virgo, it is both. That is because it's somewhere at 1 degree. So where the seventh house is related, obstacles in business can happen. It is like you have put an investment. People have suffered when the earlier mm, Saturn combination happened with an other kind of a setup, like when it happened in 2019. When it happened in 2019, we have spoken on that. I think I have made a video after when we went through the corona period, and after that when I started doing these classes, I took back that particular thing and I have done a video. I don't remember the number, but still, if you go and do the analysis of it, you will understand that Saturn was here, many planets were here, and we went through a lot of headache in that period. Yeah, 2020, yeah, it's between 2020 and 2021. This is the arc which was actually affected, very strongly affected. December 2020 and something onwards. A very tough period everybody has gone through. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell here is that the seventh house, from this particular point, there might be obstacles in business, and people might suddenly put their investments, and there might be a sudden debacle, what we call as, in financial business levels, big levels, where banks might suddenly increase the interest rates. They might suddenly decrease the loan giving capacity, might suddenly be reduced, and they might stop, short close your loans. Anything can happen. So opening businesses in this particular period of time, be a little cautious. Don't suddenly jump into opening businesses without having a substantial background or a backup. So for Virgo and Leo, once again, the seventh house is also for marriage and married life. So again, as once again, I'll repeat that please do not get into any arguments in this particular period of time, and unnecessarily it might go ahead for marital discord. So this can also be for this particular period, lagna within 15 degrees of Pisces to 15 degrees of Aries, because that is the 12th house for them. That is a transit. So when we see these placements, the sixth for both Libra and Virgo is for the health. So health problems can happen, and sudden hospitalizations can happen. So please be aware where you are traveling, what you are eating, and how you are living, because this is a period in which you need to take care of your health. Be good to yourself, and be healthy. So yeah, anything else I need to add on? Yeah, this video is only to make you aware and see that you can have a conscious way of avoiding conflicts, avoiding difficult investments, and avoiding unnecessary misunderstanding between people and your business. So thank you very much for today's class.